All right, so today we are going to watch a clip here of Ben Shapiro. Today's video about Ben Shapiro is going to be just a little bit different. Today we're going to watch a video here of Ben Shapiro saying that Republicans do not abide by the stupidity that human beings are good as a general rule. This is him talking about some comments that Chuck Schumer made recently on the floor about Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu. And I want to say, I know I've been away for literally an entire month. And I know I keep saying that regular uploads are going to resume, and they haven't, but I started a new job, finally got settled in, everything should be good. We should be having daily, normal uploads once again. I know I keep saying that, so don't hold your breath on it. No, I'm obviously joking, but without further ado, here's Ben Shapiro being Ben Shapiro.
Here's Chuck Schumer yesterday condemning the ICC. This is the same guy who was calling for Benjamin Netanyahu's ouster 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro wants to... We're 7 seconds in already. This is only a minute and 28-second clip. Ben Shapiro wants to say he's mad. He's mad at Chuck Schumer for making these comments about the ICC and their arrest warrant they issued against Benjamin Netanyahu. The most that Chuck Schumer has said against Netanyahu is pretty much, we need to... I don't have this pulled up, unfortunately. I forgot. I thought I had it pulled up, but I don't. But the most Chuck Schumer has really said against Netanyahu is that Israel needs to have new elections, and they just need to have someone else other than Netanyahu. Chuck Schumer has not really criticized Israel much more than that, and this is not information you have to go and dig for or look for very hard. I mean, this is from October 19th, 2023, and I don't know if Ben Shapiro said anything about this. I'm sure he probably fucking didn't say shit about it, because you know how Ben Shapiro is. Fuck Chuck Schumer, though. He said, as Israel faces the darkest hour of its 75-year history, the bipartisan resolution we are about to vote on proclaims that so long as there is a United States of America, the people of Israel will never stand alone. So long as there is a United States Senate, the people of Israel will never stand alone. We stand firmly with Israel and her right to defend herself. Those are Chuck Schumer's words himself. He's always been pretty staunchly pro-Israel. Just calling for new leaders to be elected into the region is so, if you want to call that fucking Israel criticism or anti-Israel, you're a fucking idiot, in my opinion. That's the most tame thing you could possibly say is, Netanyahu needs to not be fucking the leader of the country anymore. Ben Shapiro being upset about this is the most bitch shit that I've ever seen.
As disappointing as the ICC's decision is, it comes as no surprise, because for decades and decades, the ICC has shown it harbors deep biases against Israel.
Wait, what? What is Ben Shapiro upset about?
This decision, suggesting an equivalency...
Yeah, the ICC has, the ICC has a deep bias against Israel. Dude he should go work for the Daily Wire. Shit! Ben Shapiro should be looking to hire Chuck Schumer, not criticize him. I mean, what has Ben talking about?
Between Israel and Hamas is another glaring example of that bias against Israel. As I have said many times, there has never been and there can never be any equivalence between Israel's right to defend itself against terror and Hamas's barbarity.
Dude, oh my God. You would think they'd be... I mean, he's showing it at least. You would think the right wing would be gassing that clip. Fucking throwing that shit out there being like, boom, look, Chuck Schumer. Maybe they have, and I just haven't seen it. I don't know. I got banned off Twitter, so...
Then why exactly have you gone along with your president's attempts to deprive Israel of arms in a time of war?
Yeah, you know what, dude? Yeah, wait. I do have this pulled up. Yeah. The Biden administration notified Congress on May 14th of a future $1 billion arms package for Israel. Even though on May 7th, they said that they were pausing weapons shipments. We have given Israel, not even just since October 7th, the United States has given Israel so much goddamn military aid. It's unimaginable. Really. Ben Shapiro's upset that Biden put what's going to be obviously a very obvious temporary pause on what, again, has been just a constant weapons, ammo, fucking tanks, aircraft, whatever they need. Constant military aid. Okay, it has literally been constant. He's mad at a small temporary pause so that more Palestinians are not getting murdered. Like, he wants the absolute maximum amount of Palestinians to be murdered. It's just, I've said this about Ben Shapiro before, and I'll say it again. He's a deeply unserious person. There's nothing about him that's special or, he doesn't have anything to bring to the table. If you listen to Ben Shapiro talk, I've said this so many times, he says a lot of words. He says a lot of shit, but he doesn't really have anything to say. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Biden supports Israel. Fucking Chuck Schumer supports Israel. I was about to get into like Biden-Trump foreign policy, and that's not what the video is about. So we ain't gonna touch that. At least not right now.
The Republican Party, thankfully, actually does have a level of moral clarity about the situation because
yeah, you know what that moral clarity is? Just thinking that Palestinians should be genocided. There's no moral clarity on the Republican side of things, and there's not really a lot of moral clarity on the Democrat side of things. I can say that as a progressive that has never voted for a Republican in his entire life. And I don't want to say there isn't any on the Democratic Party, because there is. And that shines through like I don't have an analogy for what I just started out with. I just don't. But yeah, you could say that for both parties, Ben Shapiro. He thinks that all... Does he think that all of the he just played the fucking Chuck Schumer clip. Does he think that like all of the people, all of the elected, all of the politicians, all of the people up on Capitol Hill fucking that are Democrats or part of the Democratic Party fucking don't support Israel? Does he actually think that? Or is he trying to lie to his audience and say that at least? That's ridiculous. Because that's what it sounds like he's saying to me. That's fucking insanely fucking stupid.
The Republican Party, thankfully, actually does have a level of moral clarity about the situation because Republicans are disproportionately Christian, do not abide.
What? What is he talking about? Because they're Christian. What? Okay, wait, I gotta stop pausing it and like freaking out. I'm sorry, I apologize, guys. We're gonna run it back. I'm gonna let him get through his sentence.
Situation because Republicans are disproportionately Christian, do not abide by the stupidity that human beings are good.
What? He said, no, Ben, are you fucking... He's actually an idiot. He said Republicans have moral clarity on the issue, and then he went on to say, because the majority of Republicans are Christian, they don't abide by the stupidity that people are good as a general rule. I thought that was the entire Christian thing. Is to not fucking judge people. What the fuck are you talking about? Isn't that Christian's entire goddamn shtick? I grew up in a Christian school. I went to Christian school from kindergarten to fucking 12th grade. I never went to public school. I'm that weird private school kid. Trust me. What he just said is the opposite of what they teach you in Christianity, which Christianity is bullshit for so many different reasons. We're not going to get into that. Dude, you got that so backwards. That was terrible. We're running it back again.
Situation because Republicans are disproportionately Christian, do not abide by the stupidity that human beings are good.
Yeah, guys, you know what? Guys, you know what they teach you about Jesus? Jesus assumed that every single person was a bad. Which maybe Ben Shapiro's right, because everyone's perfect except for God and Jesus. But yeah. Jesus, famously, the stories in the Bible, they famously display the fact that Jesus, according to the text in the scripture, he was very famously someone who assumed everyone was a horrible, terrible, bad person. You had to, in Jesus' eyes, you had to earn being a decent human being. Yes, this man knows about Christianity. He surely knows about what it says in the Bible. He surely does.
As a general rule, Speaker Mike Johnson put out a statement, quote, the ICC has no authority over Israel or the United States. Today's baseless and illegitimate.
You know, it's hilarious to me that elected officials in the United States, especially people like Mike Johnson, Republicans especially, want to sit there and say a group of foreign people don't have the right to say They don't have the right to impose what they think is right on a foreign nation. Bitch, this is the United States of America. What the fuck? Do you know what imperialism is? What is this show? What am I watching? This has to be like, this is like a parody movie, right? Like the United States of America now. Like we live in like a parody, like some type of like weird dystopian, fucking fascist like movie you watch. Like that's what I think of this country when I watch shit like this.
Has no authority over Israel or the United States. Today's baseless and illegitimate decision should face global condemnation. International bureaucrats cannot be allowed to use lawfare to usurp the authority of democratic nations that maintain the rule of.
He's like getting hard to this. Do you guys see it? He's like getting like hard to it. Look at him move as he's like getting hard. Hold on. We're gonna analyze this, not for long, because I can't say Ben Shapiro is getting hard out loud many more times, or my soul will be taken away.
Legitimate decision should face global condemnation. International bureaucrats cannot be allowed to use lawfare to usurp the authority of democratic nations that maintain.
Look at him moving.
Law. Congress is reviewing all options, including sanctions, to punish the ICC and ensure its leadership faces consequences if they proceed. If the
that made him so horny, man. And what Mike Johnson said wasn't even that hard. That was just lame. Lame, cartoony villain bullshit. It wasn't even good. He is so turned on right now.
ICC is allowed to threaten Israeli leaders. Ours could be next, which of course is true. The ICC has been investigating.
You know, if the United States actually answered to the International Criminal Court, there would be a lot of presidents that would be put on trial for war crimes. And when I mean a lot, I mean like every single one not since Truman, but Truman on. So, yeah, why would we answer to the International Criminal Court, or why would Israel answer to the International Criminal Court when we're the two not the only two, but two of the biggest. I mean, the U.S. is the biggest, but the U.S. and Israel, famously the two of the biggest countries that commit some of the most heinous war crimes of all time. Yeah, why would we have to answer for that?
The ICC is allowed to threaten Israeli leaders. Ours could be next, which of course is true. The ICC has been investigating American soldiers in Afghanistan for years at this point.
Yeah, I wonder why they've been... Oh my God, I'm not even going to comment on that. That was Ben Shapiro being Ben Shapiro. You know, you hate to see it. Yeah, I totally didn't word that right. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but that's going to be it for the video. Again, daily uploads are going to resume once and for all on this channel. I know that I've lied about that maybe like I don't even know how many times. Probably can't even count on both of my hands. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.